there was a thing called Conformity Gate. Things in it like continuity errors. For an example, like we all have periods. Hello, everybody.
Welcome back to Glitter Gel Pen.
We are back and we are kicking.
And it is a new year. Happy New Year.
We're not rusty at all.
It has been a minute, but what a wonderful holiday season.
Yes. We are glad to be here in the year of our Lord and Savior, 2026.
Is that the saying?
I don't know. I thought maybe, but
like,
I kind of just made it up.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to go with it.
Yeah, I'll take it. We're doing a Hot Topics episode today. It's been a while since we've done one, so a lot of things have happened. A lot of things have unfolded. But don't worry, we are still talking about the same people.
The same people you know and love to have drama about.
Plus a few new characters, maybe. Like Hilary Duff, because she's so bad. I guess we've talked about her before, though.
So, we'll just go ahead and start with the Ashley Tisdale / Hilary Duff mom group drama.
This was just not on the... We should have made a bingo card for 2026 so that we can check it at the end of the year and make some predictions.
Because this was not on my 2025 bingo card.
No, it wasn't at all. And honestly, the timing of this is strange because let me look up what day Hilary Duff's new album comes out. I know that it's coming up soon.
Ooh, it could be a little like they did it on purpose.
Or Ashley... we can share our thoughts at the end, but like Ashley Tisdale knows that her album is about to come out. What a time.
She's a saboteur.
What a time to do something crazy.
Yeah.
So let's find out what happens. Yeah, her album comes out February 20th, 2026. So weird timing.
So as we know, probably, if you're listening to this, you probably know somewhat about it, I would imagine. It's pretty like a big story, I think. But Ashley Tisdale published a interview with The Cut on January 1st, calling out her former mom group as toxic and comparing it to high school cliques. She said she was excluded from gatherings, left out of group messages, and socially sidelined over time. She later made similar points in a personal blog post about why she left the group, saying she chose emotional well-being over an unhealthy dynamic. And there were no names named.
But we know.
Because there's a group with multiple pictures of Ashley Tisdale, Hilary Duff, Megan Trainor, Mandy Moore. Like, it was a famous mom group.
Yeah, and they were like very publicly friends. My first thought with just this information is sometimes I think as a woman, I can get in my head about how situations are unfolding, and I can think that something means one thing. Maybe she's just not being super specific in the article to call out exact things. But there have been moments where I've been like, this girl hates me. She doesn't want to be my friend anymore. But maybe 6 months down the road, we have a conversation and I realize, oh, like she was going through some crazy stuff and it wasn't that way.
We also, for an example, like we all have periods, you know?
Yeah.
Like
it's real.
They're
real.
There's this girl that I work with who we're good and we're friends and stuff. And then I can always tell when she's on her period because the whole day I'm like, I think she hates me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it could just be one of those.
Yeah. And it's also like just having this information. I need to know how the group feels. It's like there's another side to the story. Mm-hmm. And Ashley could have been going through something crazy and they could have been like, we don't want to bother her with our group text. We know that she doesn't have this weekend off to come do this thing with us. There's just so many potential ways this could go.
On the other hand, like benefit of the doubt, like sometimes women are catty.
There's also that. They can be mean.
So it really could go both ways. It's like a toss-up. It's up in the air. We weren't there, unfortunately, so we don't know.
And I will say publishing an article about it is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy work. Hilary Duff didn't address the drama, but her husband, Matthew Coma, weighed in on social media. Have you seen the post?
Oh, I saw it.
Yeah.
He honestly, it's weird that he is the one that did it. It's to be less direct than coming from Hilary Duff. Mm-hmm.
But you know they're married. You know they were like...
She thought that was hilarious. Yeah. She approved it. She was like, yes, go for it. I didn't know her husband was so hot, but he's a handsome man.
Okay. Megan Trainor responded lightheartedly with a TikTok video it was like downplaying the drama, focusing more on her upcoming album.
Who? Meghan Trainor's new album?
Yeah.
So Meghan Trainor is also using this situation.
She's riding it, baby.
Yeah, they're riding the wave. Okay.
And then this is the kicker for me. Like, Ashley Tisdale came back out saying essentially, like, I didn't name names. You guys actually don't know who I was talking about.
You cannot be this public and confident and publish an article in a magazine and then be like, no, this wasn't about you.
Yeah. Like,
You've got to stand on business.
Own what you just said. You just put it in the cut. You got to own it at this point when you get confronted, because we all know.
And my thing with it is, like, it is kind of immature to publish the article without having gone to the group to have a conversation to see what's going on, because if it just starts so much drama, and then, like, she puts this article out, and then maybe she has an explanation for every single thing that she got into her head about, like, feeling excluded. So it's...
I was about to say, I mean, but going to them, you kind of might not if you haven't talked to them in a little bit.
Yeah.
But
before you publish a magazine article? That seems crazy.
Yeah. And, and I mean, like, they could... Honestly, it could have been a thing where there was no confrontation, like, ever. Mm-hmm. And she just realized she was being excluded, so she just kind of quit coming around.
Yeah.
And that's why she was like, I don't want to text them about this. Mm-hmm. But it's, then why are you making an article about it if there was no, like, actual falling out to even warrant you texting them about it?
And it's kind of, like, relevant to, like, what Hilary Duff's husband... I like that we don't know his name. I really do like that.
I like that he's Hilary Duff's husband.
Yeah. I actually saw someone talking about him. They called him Mr. Hilary Duff. But it's relevant to what his post said, where it's like, imagine calling the group toxic and immature while, like, publishing an article about the fact that you are no longer their friend. You can leave in silence, and that is also a form of growth.
Mm-hmm. I do see, if this was just an article and it wasn't so public about who it was, I do see, like, where she would want to share her story. Because, like, mom friends can be toxic and, like, be that way because, like, they all think they're right about stuff. And, you know, they think, oh, but my baby's talking faster than yours.
Oh,
you know?
I can't imagine that kind of drama. That is wild.
Yeah. So I could see, like, her wanting to share the story and put out there to people that, like, it's okay if you don't get along with this certain group of moms. Mm-hmm. So I get it in that sense, but it's just the fact that it was so public. She knew that everybody would know who she was talking about.
Yeah.
And then tried to backtrack.
And if you really didn't want bad blood or anything, you could politely, even if you're not someone's friend anymore, say, hey, I'm just doing an article about, like, leaving a friend group because, like, I do feel like that is my story. I was just going to warn y'all, it's coming out this day. Like, as a celebrity, I feel like you need to be polite.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she doesn't owe, if they did something really bad to her, she doesn't owe them anything. Mm-hmm. And, like, Mr. Hilary Duff is, like, wrong if they, you know, were bullying her, because there is a possibility. I would love to do a deep dive. I want to do it this year, and I want to do it soon, on the Hilary Duff, Lindsay Lohan beef. And then maybe we'll have a new perspective on this Ashley Tisdale drama. But I want more information from both sides, because I'm like, what happened? The actual quotes from Ashley Tisdale's article explained that the mom group started as a supportive village after becoming a parent. Over time, she began to feel excluded from activities and conversations. Social media posts of group hangouts made her feel outsider-ish again. Ish. The ish is...
Yeah.
I think the article was a step too... like, too quick, too
far.
To conclusions. Yes. And she eventually texted the group telling them she was done with the dynamic. Which I also am like, if she communicated to the group, like, I'm done here and here's why, and then release the article, it almost is less of a big deal.
Yeah, it's less of a big slap in the face, I feel.
But I just feel like it's probably an unspoken thing. I don't know. But in celebrity culture, I would think you don't quit being friends with someone and then go publish an article about them, because think about the people you used to be best friends with and everything they know about you.
Yeah, I mean, we never heard anything from Carly Kloss.
No.
When her and Taylor quit being friends.
The crook who was caught and then went to the Eras tour. With
in the
brown hair.
nosebleeds.
Yeah. That's so funny. She stressed that she wasn't claiming everyone was inherently bad, just that the group dynamic didn't work anymore for her emotionally.
So basically, I feel that she just thought it was like a catty, like, group of women or whatever, and didn't want to be a part of it, which, like, is fine. But it's just crazy work to publish an article about it.
I wonder just how much the article's taken out of context a little bit. If there is this part of it it's really not that big of a deal. It's a girl talking about leaving a friend group, which is like it's a social experience as a woman. Like, you have to do it sometimes. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I also understand, I don't know, I understand both sides, but I want Mr. Hilary Duff's tea.
Mm-hmm. And it's hard, like, we're not part of the friend group because we're not famous. But so it's like, I would have even, like, stronger of a stance one way or the other if I knew the full dynamic and story that there was. But, like, with us not being there and just getting both sides, it's like I fall somewhere in the middle where I see, like, things wrong with both that could have played a part.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay. So it's been a while since we've done Hot Topics, so I feel like there's a ton of everything. You know, just every person that we normally talk about, something's going on.
Like, they've done something.
Yes, something is happening. And, you know, it couldn't be a Hot Topics episode without saying the word Hailey Bieber. So
she is a recurring name around here at Glitter Gel Pen.
And you know what? Over the time of us doing the podcast, she's grown on me a lot. Mm-hmm. And I like this because her life, if you think about it, it's sad the way that people have shipped Jelena so hard when she may have been unethical in the way that she acquired Justin Bieber as a husband, but she really didn't do anything wrong. Justin did, as far as, like, playing with the hearts of the two girls.
Yeah.
Hailey Bieber is my hero in a sense of she is still married to her, like, heartthrob crush.
Yeah, that's, like, what's giving me hope with Joe Keery.
Yeah.
You know? I'm like, Hailey Bieber got Justin Bieber. I'm going to be Joe Keery.
Yeah. So people were saying that she was stirring the pot because she posted on New Year's Eve a photo of Justin and her kissing that says 10 New Year's Eves together with a middle finger emoji, like, on the screen. But this is the notorious kissing photo from when allegedly Kendall Jenner took Selena to Dubai to get her away. And that is a crazy statement.
Rich girl probs.
Yes. So she took, this was the year that they took Selena to Dubai to get her away from Justin. And then Hailey swooped in and there's the photos of them on the golf cart and everything. But fans were like, well, they're not 10 consecutive years of whatever. And it's like, who cares? These people have a child together.
Yeah, they are married. They've been married for what, like 7 years probably?
It's been a long time. Yeah. And yes, he might have gotten back with his ex, but I have been with people that I've had breakups with, and I don't go, well, we've been together for 3 years and 9 months. I'm going to say 4 years, even though we had a 3-month stint where we were seeing other people.
Yeah. Or if it was like in 10 years, you were broken up for 1 year here, it's not going to be like 10 New Years is together, and even though we were together 1 and then we broke up for 1 whole year, but then we got back together and then we've been together 9 now. Like, you're not going to do that.
And 10 holidays with someone is something to post about, in my opinion, especially if you're like happily married to them and getting older and have a child. It's like, this is a beautiful New Year's Eve for her. Just let her have it. Mm-hmm. But the stirring of the pot was started because she posted the middle finger emoji, probably just because she knew that people were going to be nitpicking it and be like, well, actually, but she was like, I don't care. I'm married to Justin Bieber and I'm going to freaking celebrate it this year.
Yeah.
Go off. Do it.
I would too if I was married to Justin Bieber.
She also shared, she is such a cheerleader for him. And over time, she is so supportive of him, even though he's had so many public crash outs and like things that kind of could be perceived negative. He's been through so much, especially with the Diddy stuff coming out. Like, there are so many things that could have happened to him that I think is so sad. And she shared that in 2025, Justin had 9.5 billion streams on Spotify, which was his biggest year in streaming ever.
That's crazy.
It is.
Did he have anything new out this year? I forgot.
He put 2 albums out last year.
Oh, he did. Yeah. No, I remember that now. Swag and Swag 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he do anything? Oh, he returned to music for the first time in 6 years.
Listen, 2025 was a year, okay?
Oh, I know. It really was. But she posted the photo of his streams and how great he did. But she put text over the screen that said 9.5 billion streams, all without his blank blank. And she left the 2 blanks like with like asterisks to replace the letters so that fans could interpret. And a lot of people were assuming it was a direct hit to Scooter, saying that he did it without him.
All without his, what would that mean? All without his Scooter?
I was going to say his management.
Oh.
Management team, whatever.
Okay. Because you want to know what my first initial thought was? Blank blank.
Mm-hmm. Blank. Yeah.
Because I'm thinking, it's like charades here with 2 words,
We got 4 letters.
Yeah. All without his ex-girlfriend.
That's 1 word, Jill.
It's 2 words, right? Ex-girlfriend?
I would call it 1 word.
I feel that it's better than all without his scooter.
His what? Without his what?
All without his Scooter Braun.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. She left it open to interpret, so it can be whatever you want it to be. And if you want it to be ex-girlfriend, yes.
Okay.
But I feel like one day I'm waiting for the moment there's a Scooter Braun documentary on everything this man did wrong in his career and how he had a falling from grace and still ended up dating Sydney Sweeney. I'm just so how is this happening? But I'm waiting for the day that those articles are released and we know, or there's a documentary.
I'll be on it when that happens.
So kind of flowing into the next topic, just discussing Justin's struggles. So he's been through a lot. Oh, wait, before we move into the Instagram post, because there's a lot of text to read. I know that you don't follow skateboarding. Did I send you the video of Justin Bieber skateboarding?
Where he was dropping in or something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jill, I have been around skateboarding since I was 10, just because of my brother. And in specifically when Justin and Selena got back together in 2017 and they had their little couple month stint and they were out in public. If you remember all those paparazzi photos, he was wearing a Thrasher hoodie, right? Mm-hmm. These photos went so viral because him and Selena Gomez are back together. It was huge news. The owner of Thrasher magazine, which is the most, core skateboarding company, he publicly came out. I want to read what he said.
Okay.
It makes me, I've been so emotional.
No, you're not about to cry over Thrasher.
There's more to it. Hold on. Okay. I just want to get this right because it was so mean. So, the main editor at Thrasher, his name is Jake Phelps. He told a magazine article, "We don't send boxes to Justin Bieber or Rihanna or those effing clowns." So, he publicly came out and was talking about how he did not want people like Justin Bieber wearing his merch. At the time, Justin Bieber was trying to learn how to skate. It was new. It's not an easy sport. And people in that industry are so judgmental. If you are not cool, you're not it's so toxic.
If you're not turning kick flips on the danger wangs, then...
Yes. Well, over Christmas, I guess Justin has this private skate park that he built for himself. And he has always wanted to skate. He's done it since he was young, but he's gotten really freaking good. The trick that he did in the video that I sent you is so hard. It's doing, everybody skates a way. You're left-handed or right-handed, but it's the way that you face on a skateboard, right? He did it with it's he did the skateboard trick with his other hand. Mm-hmm. He's being ambidextrous with a skateboard, which is incredibly, I know that's the weirdest way to explain that, but that's how hard it is. It would be you writing a beautiful letter in cursive with your other hand. Okay. He did this on a skateboard and he posted the video of it and it made me feel so sorry for him because I'm that's not something you do without years of practice and work and effort. And even though these people were publicly shaming him for wanting to be involved in a sport, he kept doing it.
Yeah.
And I feel so bad for Justin Bieber and everything that he's been through, and I feel like people have been so mean to him, and it like warmed my heart to know that he is still doing it in private because he likes it. Like, he's not even doing it for public sport, you know? Oh, it burned me up whenever I saw how good he was, and I was like, that is so sad.
Yeah. It's really, like, nice, though. What's the word? Like, heartwarming, I guess.
Yeah.
Is the word I'm looking for. Like, oh.
It's just, yeah. So, moving on to, sorry, that was just, but that is like the way that I look at Justin Bieber, and just the way that people have treated him over the years is so sad. Anyway, what all of that was leading into is that Justin Bieber over Christmas was posting about his experience in the music industry, saying that it can be extractive and didn't protect his soul, but he's doing it in the form of sharing a conversation that he is having with ChatGPT.
Oh, no, I just feel like where this is going, I haven't seen the conversation, but I feel like it's when people kind of replace therapy with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's giving that a little bit.
Yeah, and I do think it's interesting. We can kind of read it and discuss what he could be referring to, and we can kind of start there.
So he said, what happens when a person is gifted, young, visible, and placed inside a powerful system that doesn't prioritize the soul? And Chat said, the music industry can be extractive. It rewards performance more than wholeness, image over identity, output over inner life. The kind of pressure changes a person, and not gently. Pain often becomes the birthplace of conscious boundaries, a new definition of success. Justin stepped back, speaking about health, faith, and rest mirrors this pattern. I have learned to be content whatever the circumstances. Philippians 4:11. That's radical freedom. For someone like Justin, this looks like saying no to constant output, choosing healing over hype, valuing truth over applause. Wanting change is part of spiritual maturity. Paul didn't just endure suffering, he used his voice. From prison, he wrote letters that challenged injustice, protected communities, reframed power. Paul warned against being shaped by external pressure. Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world. Romans 12:2. Fame intensifies this. The self becomes a product. The brain never rests. The nervous system stays in a survival mode. Paul was honest about pain, not in denial. Paul didn't pretend he was strong. We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure, but this happened that we might not rely on ourselves but on God. 2 Corinthians 1:8-9. His honesty deepened his dependence on God. Paul was motivated by love for people. Paul kept going because people mattered. I will very gladly spend and be spent for your souls. 2 Corinthians 12:15. Love gave meaning to suffering.
Yeah, so this is the first post, and we don't know what all questions he's asking other than the first one to start this conversation. But whenever you pay for ChatGPT, it basically collects all of your data, and you can tailor it to get to know as much about you as you're willing to share.
Like, it will keep those things in the back of its mind. If one day you're like, hey, how do I make chicken tortilla soup? And it gives you a recipe. It's like another time you could be talking to it and it'll know that you like chicken tortilla soup.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps everything.
It keeps collecting this, and it can become like a personal assistant of sorts, where it's like, okay, I'm a pop star and I'm struggling with my faith, or I'm struggling with my identity. So it like caters to all of that. And so this is saying a lot about what ChatGPT knows about him too. There's a lot of information about him on the internet already as well. So I just thought it was like, I don't love that he's like talking to AI about like his identity and like in a mental crisis, because I don't feel like that is the right thing.
Especially when he has all the resources to get actual mental help.
Yeah.
Help, you know?
Yeah. And then he goes on to keep posting, and I don't know. It goes on, but I just feel like it's talking about how, you know, he was raised in this industry, and he spoke about it with, I think he was in reference to Billie Eilish one time, where he was like, when I met her, like, I just wanted to protect her because she's so talented. And, like, I was too whenever I first started. And, like, the industry just ate me alive. And he's never directly said it, but I believe that he's always referred to the Diddy situation because Diddy just took him under his wing so quickly. And he was such a successful person in the industry. And you would think he wanted to help him and grow him and build him up. But in reality, like, there's no telling what happened and all that.
Yeah. And, like, it's also not only is it giving that I'm in a mental health crisis using ChatGPT as, like, a therapist, but also all of the religious, like, Bible verse stuff, too, to get through that. While, you know, people, like, can cling to religion and whatever to help them through things, that's, in my opinion, not something that replaces mental health, you know.
No, and also using AI to discover and interpret religion seems like a really weird line of they're giving you the words of God and of this historical text of the Bible while coming from a place of artificial intelligence. There's something dark to me about that crossover and, like, that being the source of, like, where you learn things. I think it can be beneficial in the way of explaining, like, sacred historical texts and making you understand it in, like, today's day and age in the way that we understand and learn. But there's something weird about the two things being so, like, intertwined. And it's scary to think about someone who's not mentally stable, like, using that as their source.
Yeah, it is. Because who's to say that, I mean, here we go with, like, the AI is going to take over the world or whatever. But who's to say that one day chat just can't switch it up and be like, this means to go do X, Y, and Z to everybody.
Right, because,
and, like,
someone created this.
Yeah, but yeah, so hopefully Justin can get the help that he actually needs, not through ChatGPT. But speaking of, you know, kids being brought up in the spotlight, it made me want to go into our next thing, which is that fans are upset at Stranger Things.
Okay.
You watched Stranger Things back in the day, but you didn't finish the series, right?
No.
Okay. So the finale just came out, and everybody was kind of upset with the finale because they felt that it lacked major consequences. Like, the tension wasn't there because our main characters were not gonna die. Like, we knew after very early on into the episode of the finale that our main characters were not going to die because there were, like, near-death experiences where they should have died and they didn't. So that was one thing. Other things within it were, like, our main villain, Vecna. You don't know him because you didn't watch far enough, but Vecna was defeated way too easy. Felt weird.
It's like what I do know about, like, the finale and the way that it ended. There were a lot of, like, sideline stories or potential things to happen that just were completely left unfinished.
Yeah, they were. Also, yeah, there was, like, a big plot point of season 3 and 4 was the Russian plot line, and it didn't even get talked about in season 5, much less the finale. Things in it, like background things, continuity errors of there'd be a door in one scene, and then in the next one, the doorknob would be on another side. Levers would be different, like, colors than they were in a previous scene, even though it's supposed to be the same. So all of these things were leading Stranger Things fans to think that because our main enemy, Vecna, uses people's memories and minds and secrets against them, we were, like, thinking, well, not we, I wasn't really believing this, but there was a thing called Conformity Gate happening. I don't know why they coined that name, but it was called Conformity Gate. Everybody was like, all of these signs point to the fact that that our finale that we got was not our actual finale because nothing made sense. And so we think that this is about to be a meta show where we're going to get a secret finale that's the real finale and show us that we were Vecna'd in the
That would be interesting.
Yeah, like, it actually...
But it just happened the other day. That episode did not come out.
Yes.
And the show is over.
Yes. So now, basically, because fans noticed all of these things that were wrong that led us to believe that Conformity Gate was going to happen. Now that it didn't, everybody's, well, that just means that the Duffer Brothers suck.
I would also think it could lead to a feature film down the road. Like, I feel like a movie would be the real way to do that. Mm-hmm. Because the fans are going to want more. And with a series like that, if you do something completely separate than the show, there's no timeline on when you have to get it done.
Yeah.
But they could recreate an alternate ending, but it be more of a movie and explain all the holes and have more time.
Yeah, I would be down for that. Honestly, like after Duffer Brothers probably on social media saw all of this about Conformity Gate and all the things that they messed up within it, they were probably like, dang, I wish we would have filmed like one more and done that. So they might like literally just take all the fan theories and essentially make it out of that, which could be cool because it's like what the fans want.
Yeah. I've never been into, I try to get into I don't know if that's considered fantasy or sci-fi or if it's just fiction is like the word that I'm looking for, because the reason I couldn't get into it is because if there's a universe where there is this upside down, and there are, even though it's a different universe that is made up, there are still rules that go along with that universe. And if the show or the book doesn't follow every single one of those rules, the entire thing is pointless. Mm-hmm. Because it's like you created a world where you said that this was the way that things happened, and then for you to not write around those rules makes it so it's a nothing.
Yeah. Like, for an example,
it's like a dream. Like a dream you have no control over the way that it goes.
Yeah, they kind of did that with... There was a new plot point that we got in season 5 was that there was not only the Upside Down, but the Upside Down led to another dimension called Dimension X. Mm-hmm. Or they called it the Abyss. But within it is where the Mind Flayer lives. Did you ever get far enough to be into the Mind Flayer?
I don't think so.
Okay. It's where the Mind Flayer, which is like the hive mind big creature of everything in the Upside Down, and it's where he lives. So they're like, we got to go there to defeat this thing. Mm-hmm. And that's like what they're trying to do. But when they get there, everybody notices that it's essentially like a desert. Okay. Like it's yellow lighting, sand everywhere, craters. It's a desert. And if we recall to like season 2 or something, when Will is possessed, he is possessed by this thing and he says, no, don't turn the heat up. He likes it cold. But then the dimension that it lives in is a literal desert.
Huh.
So
it just doesn't make sense.
It just doesn't make sense, yeah. But yeah, I wasn't so mad about Conformity Gate not happening because I can accept the plot holes because the character development of the finale was good to me. Like I liked where we ended with our characters for the most part, other than the fact that I think Byler should have happened, and I think it was meant to happen the whole series, and then just didn't because they lost all their good writers during the writer's strike, and the Duffer Brother got divorced. But yeah, that's something for another day. If you agree with me, please comment if you are a Byler too, because I am, and it didn't happen. But because Byler didn't happen, made me very skeptical that Conformity Gate was going to happen. So that's why I didn't get my hopes up, because I had my hopes up for Byler and that didn't work. So
yeah. Okay. Well, shout out to the Duffer Brothers, I guess.
They're from Durham.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's 2 hours from us.
Yeah.
2.5. Okay. And this is a small topic. It's really not that big of a deal, but it is if you were on Glitter Gel Pen in 2025. Selena Gomez addressed the voice change on Instagram Live. This is kind of old. We're catching up because we took a break for holiday, but let's see what Selena Gomez had to say on her Instagram Live about her voice changing.
Yeah, I've gotten this question a few times. The voice thing. So, sometimes when I'm on... Never mind. There's no excuse. I don't really care. I think my point is that sometimes things happen. I get weird. My throat kind of swells on the inside sometimes. That's all. Well, that's good. I'm glad y'all are being real with me on the live. I appreciate it, though, for real.
As if people have never been real with Selena Gomez.
It sounds like she was about to say, sometimes when I'm on something or, whatever, which is interesting because, again, here's another callback. We do this like every time we talk about Selena Gomez to our episode about Selena and her, what was it, the Pop Girl cover-up.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes that we've done. I really love like diving into that.
Yeah, so if you go check that out, this makes a lot of sense for her to be like, sometimes when I'm on, oh, never mind.
Yeah, and I do wonder, like, she could have really bad anxiety around fame that could result in her needing to, like, kind of medicate before she walks the red carpet, which, like, I don't even know that I would blame anybody for that. But there were other speculations. I think Spill Sesh was talking about how, like, maybe she was saying that if when she's on a carpet and, like, things change, like things have just changed over her time from her medical illness, she knows that people like speculate that she tries to blame everything about her on her disease and like what she's dealt with her autoimmune disorder. But what she was going to start explaining that it was like lupus that caused it, but like she knows how people react whenever she uses that as an excuse, so she like stopped herself. That was a theory. There was another theory that said that her voice is actually the same as it's always been, but when she was young, she like cared more about what people thought of her, so she used more inflections in her interview and stuff. But I feel like her voice was different completely overall. But even if you watch like your old YouTube videos, my old YouTube videos, like our voices are so much higher. Like their
voices get
now.
lower. Like
I
feel like I do too. I feel like I sound like a man sometimes, and I'm like, oh, this is kind of like hot.
Yeah, look at like Taylor Swift and the way that she sounded on like debut compared to now pretty baby.
Yeah.
Like, it's so different. So it's very natural. And the more that you use your voice, like talking, singing, the more that it changes quickly.
And your vocal cords get used to sitting in a certain place. So if you start talking deeper and like you do that for a long time, it's really normal at that point.
And just like Ariana Grande has gotten used to talking like a high pitched voice.
She talks here now and then, but she used to be like, yeah. You know.
Yeah, voices change. I think that it's normal. I could also see like maybe when she's on a carpet, like her voice is constricted because of her nerves. Like maybe she doesn't like talking to cameras. There's so many different things.
We know about how your heart gets pumping when you get the adrenaline.
Huh? What are you referencing? What are you talking about?
I was referencing something that the audience has no clue about.
What? Please tell me.
Us doing my band.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we've been practicing a karaoke routine that we can do in the privacy of my home. But whenever we're on stage in front of an audience, we're like,
yeah, we get out of breath because, you know, nerves. But anyways.
Our final hot topic is just that David Dobrik is kind of back. And he's posting vlogs more frequently. He's actually being a lot more open. He went on Josh Peck's podcast. He was discussing how he's changed. He's gone through things and is more communicative with all of his friends. And I get a lot of the information for the notes that I take from Spill Sesh. And she's quite judgmental of David Dobrik, which I understand. Like, I know that things have happened. I think my biggest thing with him is Spill Sesh, Trisha, Tana, all of these people that discuss him frequently because they're friends with Jeff or related to Jeff in some way, which I'm a Jeff Whittick fan.
Yeah.
We love him. But they're in an active lawsuit. And Jeff has said so many times that he will not settle with David. And David is so harshly judged for using his money in his videos and showing off that he has money. And they're like, well, if you have all this money and you've changed and you're this good friend and this good person, you've done all this growth, why won't you just pay Jeff's medical bills? Because it's not, to me, it's not that simple anymore. There's a lawsuit happening, and no person would say, yes, let's take this to litigation and you try to sue me to get, like, if David's lawyer, his job is to keep David out of as much trouble as humanly possible, and that is that man's focus. So it's like, he's going through this lawsuit process, and he's not going to drop it because Jeff will not settle. So David's going to use all of his money to keep it going until Jeff bows out or Jeff loses. So it's like, he's being judged for coming back to YouTube and, like, existing publicly, and it's like, I don't know what people want him to do.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think, like, for me, I'm not really judging him for coming back. It's just more for me, I'm like, whether you come back or not, I'm just not really going to watch you. I don't like him that much. So, I never did, though,
Yeah.
anyways. So,
I do. I love his videos. I still watch them. I also love Jeff.
Also, now's another good time. Here's another callback. We do have a David Dobrik deep dive as well.
We talk a lot.
Yeah. So if you want to go check that out, we really dive into everything over there.
We kind of went into each thing that he did to all the Vlog Squad members that were like exiled and left and what happened and all the details.
But yeah, so I mean, I don't necessarily think that like we should judge him for coming back, because what else is he supposed to do? If that's like what he wants to do, then go at it. But it's just more of like, you can come back, but if you're not being received that well, or you're not getting great views or whatever, then it's like, that's just your problem, because people just don't like you that much anymore. Well, not everybody. There are some people who like him, but you know what I mean. Not the audience he used to have.
Right. It's different.
But yeah, that was it. We're glad to be back. We are glad to be back and kicking and have it be 2026. 2026 is going to be everybody's year, baby. We're claiming it.
The year of the horse. That was odd. But yeah, we upload videos. We are working on our schedule. We're actually, after we record this, we're back. Everything's back to normal, but we are working out our exact upload schedule. At least one video every single week from us is coming. We're just going to work out what days and stuff is best for everybody. If there's anything you want to see from us this year, drop it in the comments below and subscribe.
Yes, we are so close to hitting our 1,000 subscriber goal. We're so close, guys. We can taste it. We just need you to click the button, pretty please.
I also just want to share, because if you're here this long, you probably like our videos. We did our 1,000 subscribers shoot because we were growing subscribers so fast.
Like, at one point, we were gaining like 30 a day. Like, we were like, oh my God, we are about to hit our goal.
And we need to be prepared for when that moment happens, because if we're too busy to do the photo shoot, we need to have the photo shoot. We have had our 1,000 subscriber photo shoot done since August.
Yeah, and they're just sitting in our back pocket. We kind of slay in them, and we want to post them.
We want to post them.
So please hit subscribe.
Please. And we will see you guys next week with a new video.
TTYL.
She's 21 live a savage, but she got a little bit too much of that baggage. Baby said she wanna just have some fun, all okay, I'm about it. My understand I do is when we're done. I ain't claiming none of these baddies. I'ma say I love it when I'm on the run. I'ma say I love it when we on the run. 5 pounds, 2 out, 2 down, you done. When we add it up, it'll be for some. So this is right here gonna be the one. But I got a hunch, couple little bad bitches jumping out a bunch. Brady with the touchdown pass, 6 up, 9 down on the pussy, I proceed to munch. Gon' beat it up, the beating which it is. At least it's what I prayed for, I seen it all since. I lost all that, I seen the offense. The best way to defend the precaution. The beat caustic and the ass is strong. If the ass ain't thick, leave the cheeks alone. Sweet little bastard chick, I hide behind clothes, a little ratchet bitch. She a freak, I know, like. Hit it with some caution, kiddo. Tell me that you wanted it so long, thinking that I lost it in her. But really what you wanted was my soul, I ain't even opted in it. Stop in your position and play your role. Malicious and narcissistic. Is it really everyone that takes their toll? She's 21 live a savage, but she got a little bit too much of that baggage. Baby said she wanna just have some fun, all okay, I'm about it. But understand I do is when we're done. I ain't claiming none of these baddies. I'ma say I love it when I'm on the run. She's 21 live a savage, but she got too much baggage. 21 live a savage, but she got too much baggage. She's 21 live a savage, but she got too much baggage. And I ain't claiming none of these baddies. Young T.O. seen that shit, I need to get back off this, I feel away about that, and I see your bench for ways.